Good morning, guys. Today's lesson is 2.4, I believe, and it's about congruent figures. Let me write it here. Congruent figures. Congruent means same. It has the same size. And the symbol for congruency is an equal sign with this little thing over here. So let me draw two figures here. I'm going to have a triangle here, and I'm going to draw another triangle over here. And this is just for example. I am telling you it's congruent, so don't measure the size. And I'm going to name the points A, B, and C. Over here I'm going to put D, E, and F. And I'm going to say that side AB measures 2, BC measures 2, and AC measures 3. And over here I'm going to say that this angle measures 30, and this main angle measures 30 degrees, and this other one over here measures 60 degrees. So if you know that they are congruent, you know that the sides are congruent too. So side AB, and we write it this way, AB, and we put a line on top, is congruent, is equal to side on this other, DE, that's the with side DE. And side AC, the length of side AC needs to be congruent with DE. Now side CB needs to be congruent with FE, right? How about the angles? In congruent figures, sides and angles are the same. If you keep the same angle, you keep the shape. So it's the same shape, just in a different location. So if angle D, and for angle you use this symbol, don't forget, put symbol angle D, which is 30 here, needs to be the same than angle A. Is congruent with angle A. Angle F needs to be congruent with angle C over here, and angle E needs to be congruent with angle B here. So I know that B needs to measure the same as this. B needs to be 60 degrees. F needs to be 30 degrees here. And D, same as A, is 30 degrees here. And same with the sides. AC, which is down here, this one needs to be 3, and this 2 and 2. Now, if I want to find the perimeter of this figure, perimeter means the length, all the sides. So I am going to add 2 plus 2 plus 3. The perimeter of this triangle is 2 plus 2 plus 3. Sorry for the swinging. 4 plus 3 is 7. So the perimeter is 7. Now, in this lesson, you will need to find the measure of the internal angles in a figure. So in a triangle, if you are not given all the angles, you can find how much all the angles measure with the following formula. And minus 2 times 180. And n will be equal to the number of sides of the figure. In a triangle, n has how many sides? 1, 2, and 3. So it will be 3 minus 2 times 180. If I do this, 3 minus 2 is 1 times 180 equals 180 degrees. So if I were not given the angles, I know that all the internal angles measures 180 degrees. If I didn't have a triangle, but I had a square, you know that square has right angles, and right angles are equal to 90 degrees, right? So just by looking at this, I will know that 90 degrees times 4 is the measure of the internal angles in a square. That was equal to 360 degrees. But you can use the formula. N minus 2 times 180. And if I do this, N is, how many sides in a square? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 minus 2 times 180. If I do this, 4 minus 2 is 2 times 180 equals 360 degrees. See? If you multiply 90 degrees times 4, 360, or if you use the formula, 360. And so forth for the rest of the figures. If you had an hexagon, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So your formula will be, this is the formula, N will be 6 sides minus 2 times 180, and so forth. You will need that to find the internal angles when you are not given all the angles in a figure. Do you need to know something else? Oh yes. This over here, this triangle is the same, but it has had a transformation, what is called a rigid transformation. Rigid means that it doesn't change the shape or the size, but it does change the location. This one, what I see is that it has had a 90-degree clockwise rotation. See, it was here and it rotated 90 degrees, and then it has moved like 2 units down. So if I had here this guy, I will know how many units it has gone down or up, and you can know if it has had a reflection, a rotation, or a translation up or down. That's how you know. Congruent figures are just a figure that has had a transformation, and it's a different location, but it has the same size of length and the same measure of the angles. I hope that helps and you do well today in your lesson. I'm going to send this paper with Hannah so she can share with you. And sorry for the hurry up, I need to make breakfast now. Have a good day.